continuing to talk about the Holy Temple and the service that takes place in the temple. As we've spoken many times, the Jewish people are divided into three groups. There's the Kohens, the Levites, and the Israelites. The Kohens are the descendants of Aaron. The Levites are the rest of the descendants of Levi, who was the third one of the tribes. And the Israelites are the rest of the Jewish people. Just like the Kohens have designated jobs in the temple to offer the sacrifices and to be the ones on the ground doing the work in the temple, there's a mitzvah that the Levites are to be designated for specific jobs in the temple. Some would be in charge of opening and closing the gates. Some would sing while the sacrifices were being brought, and a number of other jobs that were designated for the Levites. There's another mitzvah that the Kohens and the Levites are not to interfere in each other's jobs. The Kohens have to stick to their work, the Levites have to stick to their work, and even within the Levites, if one Levite was designated for opening the gates, they should not go and sing. And if one was designated to sing, they shouldn't go and open the gates. They each had their designated jobs, and they weren't to interfere in each other's jobs. Another mitzvah is that because of the Kohens' especially being chosen by God to work in the temple, we have to give them special respect, to honor them. This means that we should give them the first opportunity to lead the blessing at the meal, to read the Torah, to be the first ones to get the blessing on the Torah, the first ones to be given a portion at the meal. Even if they decline this honor, we have to give it to them. Now, because there's so many Kohens, if they would all work in the temple at the same time, the temple would be packed, and there wouldn't be enough work for all of them to do. So King David and Samuel divided the Kohens into 24 groups. Each week, a different group would work in the temple. This was called the Mishmar. Mishmar was each Mishmar had a week to work in the temple. Now, there's a mitzvah that when the pilgrimage holidays come around, so Sukkot, Shavuot, Passover and Shavuot, all of the Levites are allowed to work in the temple at that time, even if it's not their designated time for their Mishmar. If they want to work in the temple, they are allowed to go in and to do the service in the temple alongside the other Levites. Thank you for watching.